Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, for those of you who may have missed the last episode, basically what we've been doing is we've built this venture bot, almost entirely venture pieces. There's a couple pieces in there that are the GSO ones, like the shield bubble and the repair bubble that are in there. We also do have a few pieces that we found that are also GSO, and then of course we have the battery packs that are GSO as well. But yeah, we definitely are creating more of a venture bot than anything else, and it's just brimming with weapons. Now, this is supposed to be an incredibly fast and agile bot. I also wanted to make it where it's more of a combat bot. We're going to try making something a little bit different later on, where we're going to make a speed demon that's not really about combat, but more about catching as much air as possible over the jumps, because I think that's kind of a cool concept to mess around with, and maybe put some boosters on it and just see how much speed we can actually get out of these things and not destroy ourselves on the landing. Like I really want to mess around with that at some point. But for now, mainly what we've been doing is doing a little bit of combat, not as much as I was hoping for, but we did go off and explore why it was nighttime. We didn't have any power on our batteries. And when we got out here, we found several of these little stations actually that have all these goodies on them. And we found some pretty nice stuff, actually, stuff that we hadn't seen before, like the step conveyor belt, which is something that has eluded me quite a bit. Ooh, yes, yes, please. Wow, you're kind of big, actually. I mean, as I get bigger, so will the bots, but I wasn't expecting them to get that big. Wow, I've destroyed, I must have hit like the linchpin on that one, because everything else on him is gone except for, his cab. And usually it's the reverse, like his cab will be destroyed and then everything else will pop off of him. But now I must have hit the one little piece that everything was connected to, and it just kind of fell apart on that one. Let's see, we do got a new piece. This is a corner armor piece, and the corner armor pieces are actually, for me, I've never really found a use for armor pieces to begin with, because it usually takes up a spot that seems like it would be better used for a weapon or a booster or something along those lines, because it just, I like having all that protection on there. I like having it just breaming with defenses, or offenses, I should say. Defenses don't really serve a purpose. The protective panels, I guess they take more of a hit, if you want to say that, but with the shield and recharge bubble, not really necessary. I mean, it's not really a thing. What I would like to see is people being able to design their own scenarios, maybe even design their own missions on the game. And so you could have a mission out there where it's like, go defeat, Bob or something like that. Name the mob whatever you want, and be like, go defeat this guy, but do it without any shields or repair bubbles at all. And so you'd have to figure out how to play the game all over again without that stuff, into it, because that would really change the way you designed your bot. Like, you would want defenses on it then, because you're going to be taking a lot of damage from a bot bigger than you, especially if you could, put what pieces were in the game, and say like, oh, okay, it's only going to be venture and, maybe a few armor pieces and things of that sort. So your bot's going to be incredibly weak, very fast, but very weak. And you're going to have to deal with a lot of stuff that you normally don't have to deal with. Ooh, there's another gray piece out here. So I think that's what we're going to do on this one. We're going to explore a little bit. This guy's fast, and I'm going to take advantage of that. Ooh, what is this? Oh, you know what? We have seen that before. Before I grab it, though, let's go ahead and destroy this guy. Now, one thing that we did see on the last playthrough that we did was that they were spawning enemies a lot more often and in such a huge number that it really bogged down the game. I think what I'm going to try to do on this one is try to do more combat, and hopefully by doing more combat, we'll make it where it happens less and less, where we get bogged down with lots of enemies, because if we can keep killing them, maybe we can keep up with it. I know we tried doing that with, yeah, he's trying to go after my butt a little bit more often, but I can spin on a dime, so not much he can do about that. And in fact, it looks like he's about to explode right there. Yep, he is gone. Let's see, what do we got here? Ooh, yes. That is pretty cool. I don't think we're going to be able to use that. It's the experimental HV Vibro Blade, which is, a weapon that you can put on the front of your bot and then ram the guy with. What we can do is we can take that off and put it back here in the back. Now, the problem with doing that this low to the ground is it might get stuck on some of the hills that we're doing. But it's out here in the desert region, which is something that kind of shows you what it's like to have a flat area. If you're going to make planes that need a runway to take off, this is a good spot to do it. This is actually a nice little area. Ooh, there's something over there. That is more geocore. What does he have? He has like mortars, or does he have big boy guns? I think he might have big boy guns in the back of that. No, not quite the big boy guns. He does have something back there though. Something I don't think we have access to just yet. Let's speed right by him and see if we can catch a glimpse of what he has on him. Not really. Couldn't quite see it. Camera angle kind of jerked there at the end. Do apologize for that. What do you got? What do you got? Ooh, no, don't back up into that. That's deadly. Actually, he doesn't have too many weapons. We could probably take him on. So let's see if we can destroy him without having our shields up. Just got to be a little bit less aggressive, be a little bit more careful, hit him from further away if we can. What is he shooting at us with? Just regular weapons, I guess? Yeah, it just seems like regular weapons. If we do get some stuff destroyed, that's alright. We should be able to replace it fairly easy. One of his cabs is destroyed. I think he has multiple ones. That's why he hesitated there for a second. I guess the controlling cab was the one that took the hits on that one and decided to kind of bug him out there for a second. There we go. Right over the hill. We destroyed something. Is another one about to blow up? Yeah, another one is about to blow up. Is there anybody left? There must be somebody left. I don't want to destroy everything, so I'm hitting it little bit by little bit and seeing if we'll get some stuff that pops off. You know what? Is it stuck? Where is his cab? Right there. Oh, there's his cab right there on the back. So there's another one down. There's one more left right there. Let's see if we can blow that up. I do kind of want that battery. Oh, come on. Really? The battery wasn't that damaged. That sucks. Okay, well, we did lose the battery. No, but there's still one left. Okay, so we'll take the battery. We'll throw that on there for now in that spot. We did get some shield bubbles and things of that sort. Not going to use those right now. There's a couple more on here. So he did have quite a few of them. Now, these diamond tip, whatever you call them, rams, they actually do sell for quite a bit of money. So if you're trying to save up, you're trying to earn some cash, that might be a viable option for you to sell some of those, especially if you don't do the melee. Like, I really don't do too much of the ramming with my bots. That might be something we try in the future, actually, is to create more bots that do nothing but ram. It could be a unique style that we've never really messed around with too much. Let's see, can we hit him? We are hitting him, but let's take his wheel out first if we can. Actually, let's take that off. Wow, what is that? It's like a combination of Venture and Geocore in like the strangest design I think I've ever seen. Best tractor ever, huh? She thinks my tractor's sexy is, I guess, what he's going with on that one. I don't know what he means by best tractor ever. Is this supposed to be like a harvesting bot or something? I guess it could be, but I can't really get close enough to see, like I don't want to get destroyed because I don't have my shields on, and he does have a little bit of a range on him. So yeah, trying to stay as far away from him as possible. Let me check the front of my bot. Nothing's really gotten destroyed yet. Oh, there he is. He's coming. Let's back it up a little bit. We should be able to speed up and get right behind the guy. Yeah, there we are. And it takes him a couple of seconds to back it up. But his main cab is clearly in the front. That's where all my weapons seem to be going. You can tell because they have a smart system on them. They know what they're aiming at, and they go directly after the cab for the most part. And so if it seems like they are trying to go after the front of it a little bit more than any of the other pieces, then that is, chances are, where you need to be. Okay, we're going to see if we can sneak up behind the guy if we can. I mean, yeah, we definitely can, but can I do it is the question. This guy can really turn, though. He definitely can turn. And I'm talking about the enemy, not just my guy. My guy, yeah, for sure. I don't know if we're going to be able to take this guy out. Sun is coming up. I may just have to give myself a couple of seconds to charge up here in a few. Like right now, I might be able to do it. Let's actually do that real quick. And you'll know when it's daytime, not only when this thing pops up, but also when the lights on the enemy turns off. Or if you have lights, when they turn off, it is fully daytime, because that's exactly what will happen there in a few seconds. So it's charging up now. Come on, charge it up, dude. Charge it up. Those things should have turned off already. There they go. So now it's fully daytime and the lights are no longer on. Although, to be honest, I love the way the lights look in this game. They do definitely add lag to the whole overall theme of the game. When I had my old computer and I used to try playing this game back in the day, yeah, it could not handle lights, even the remote sense. This computer, however, is a lot better than that one, and so it can handle that extra weight of... Actually, I don't want that on there like that. I want that one up a little bit. Let's move that battery back up, because you got to leave room for my solar reactor to be on there. Now let's go over here and wreck this guy. Now we don't have to worry about running away. We can just sit here and nail him for the front. What does he have on there? We can see a better view of what he has. I don't think he has anything we don't have access to. He does have his cab right there on the front. That's what it was aiming for. Come on. Oh, yeah. We hit the linchpin again. I don't think we've actually gotten this block right here. This is a 2 block for the Geocore. Something new, but something very useful. You're going to use a lot of those, I think, when you make your bots. I know I always, yeah, I won't say always. You know, there's never really an always in this game, but, you know, they're very useful. I do tend to find a reason to use those more often than not. In fact, they're pretty much the common besides the 1 blocks. Ooh, wow, look at that guy. That guy looks almost exactly like mine, except he's breaming with weapons. I think I'm going to leave that guy alone. He doesn't really have anything I need anyways, and I don't want to take away all my shields in one go, because I think he will actually do that. Now, this bot is a little bit bigger than I was hoping to make my guys, but not in a bad way. I want to make them a little bit smaller than this, just so you guys know in the future we're probably going to be going with fewer and fewer weapons. It's going to take us longer and longer to destroy some of these bots, but we're going to be fast enough that we can get in and out of combat just like that. We don't want to take them on. There's no way for them to catch up with us. Like, we're just going to be too fast for them. But I want to get more air. I want to get more speed, and I don't want to be bogged down by too many things. This one was more of an exploration map of us going out and just seeing what we can find, because we do want to get some more of those gray pieces. It doesn't seem like we're finding any out here. So let's turn around to the side and see if we can start going this way before the game starts glitching out on us like that. Our map has just disappeared. Now it's, yeah, it definitely didn't like us turning this direction for some reason. Okay, so let's go back a little bit and see if it fixes it. Yeah, it didn't seem to fix it. I mean, it's not glitching anymore. We did that on one game. I think I traveled for... what was it, like an hour and a half in one direction? We did it over the course of like 3 episodes, just picked a direction, and we went straight for the whole way. We did find a few pieces that we had never found before, like the color blocks that were kind of interesting. We did find a few shield generators that we had never found before either. Ooh, yes, there's another gray out here. Let's see what we got here. I would love to find some Venture shield bubbles and things of that sort. Headlights. Not something I'm too excited about, but definitely is something unique that we haven't had access to yet on this playthrough. Let's keep heading in this direction, because where there's one gray block... Ooh, an invader. We're going to take the invader on. Yes, we are. Okay, so if you're within this giant red bubble, when he spawns, he will notice you, and then, of course, he will come over here and try wrecking your face. We have about 19 seconds before he spawns, which should be enough time for me to pump my shields up to full. 12 seconds, about 5 seconds in, I'm going to make sure these things are all packed away and we're ready to go. And here we go, 5 seconds. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. I want that extra little bit of power. Come on, do it. Give it to me. There we go. Come on, you can do it. Mole Rat has spawned, and there he is over there in the distance. Come on, Mole Rat. Let me see what you got. You are definitely melee, of course. I like the way you look, man. I like the way you look. Come on. Change your camera angle so I can see you. You are firing at me with some stuff, though. I wonder what it is. Oh man, look at that. He has some stuff on him we haven't gotten access to just yet. Definitely those drills right there on the top. He's stuck. I think he's stuck, guys. I think he's gonna be it. Yeah, this is gonna be it for him. Let's move some of this stuff. Oh, because we knocked that stuff out. He does have some mortars on him. We haven't had access to mortars just yet on this playthrough either. So we're gonna want to grab some of those if any survive. Nope, they just got destroyed. So hopefully some of the ones that are on his bot right now still survive, although we are just wrecking this guy and just destroying pretty much everything he has on his bot, unfortunately. We're a little bit overpowered for him, I think. Come on, where is his thing? Oh, there it is. It's on top. It's on top underneath all the goodies that we wanted to get access to. Can we get him? He is about to explode, yes? Yes, he is. Okay, he's about to explode. Now you can see I did get paid quite a bit of money for destroying that guy. I think it was something about 1,000 block bucks, whatever you want to call it. There we go. These are mortars, and when you fire them, they shoot up. One of the techniques that you can use, though, that a lot of people seem to use, is that you put them on the side, and then you turn them so that they fire not down, but up like that. And that gives you more of an arc in a direction, so you can get closer to your bot in ways that might actually work for you, depending on the size of your bot and things of that sort. I think that was everything, right? I mean, he did have those drills, but I think we destroyed all of them. There was not really any of that stuff left. He didn't do too much damage to us. He did drain my batteries quite a bit. That was, you know, fully charged all the way down to almost nothing, but no damage whatsoever to my bot. Now, there is one weapon you need to be aware of when you are attacking a guy like that, who, we got some mortars here too. 3-pound cannons, I should say, right there is something we hadn't had access to either. I don't really like those too much. They do a fair bit of damage because they are kind of stronger weapons, but the range on them is pretty low. They don't auto-track the enemy, and then, of course, you know, they're just... Yeah, they really just aren't the greatest thing ever, but they're definitely fine if you want that extra little bit of punch when they move in very close to you is something you can use them for. But again, the weapons that you probably want to be aware of are the big boy guns. At least that's what I call them. I think they have a similar name to it. They're like the big guns or something like that. They are about 4 wide on the squareage of how big they are, and they will fire and explode through your shields. So you can be completely covered in shields, and they will still completely and totally wreck your bot before you know what's going on. So you actually have to be able to have some sort of repair mechanism on there, because I've seen some people, they just go with shields. They're like, oh, I'm just going to block everything that attacks me. I don't really need to repair anything. Well, I get damaged with this bot just by going over hills. So if I didn't have some sort of repair bubble on this thing, you know, you're going to lose pieces naturally, that because the shield doesn't block that. It goes right through. Anything that will pass through the shield, such as solid objects or rocks, like if I ram one of these rocks going full speed, you'll see I do take a little bit of damage on there, and it instantly gets repaired. The shield doesn't do anything to help that. So you kind of do want both of those things on there. And you can see the rock actually takes damage as well. So if your bot is big enough and you're going fast enough, I've actually been known to hit some of these rocks going full speed on one of my base bots. And what will end up happening is I will destroy the resource. You know, like I won't lose the resource out of it. I will destroy the rock, and the resources that it would normally drop will fall down onto the ground. Are those Uzis, or I'm just wishful thinking? Those might be Uzis. Can I pick it up? Nope, it's destroyed, whatever it was. Oh, yes, I tipped the dude over, man. Nice. If I could go back. He does have his diamond-tipped ram drill that he's trying to get me with. He's not quite going to be able to do it, though. Wow. I am just tumbling down this hill right here. I need to be able to get back up. Not really the ideal place to fight an enemy, especially if you can't control the camera angle. This is a bit ridiculous. There we go. We're going to get this guy. I think we, yeah, we got him. He has no weapons left, and his cab right there is about to explode. Unfortunately, nothing survived his explosion. Something they did change, what do you guys think, about a month ago, I think, maybe a little bit longer than a month, is that they changed it where the explosions are a lot more than they used to be. And it's kind of cool in the regard that when you blow up an enemy, it looks really cool. Like, they go flying in every direction. They actually had to tweak that a couple of times here and there, because when they first put it in the game, it was about 100 times stronger than it is now. And you'll see the pieces, they will pop all over the place when the enemy blows up. But when they used to blow up and it was so strong, you would see all the pieces that you're like, oh, I can't wait to pick that stuff up. It would fly in every direction on the map so far that you couldn't see it anymore. Like, it was just gone. Everything was gone. And you were like, oh, great. So I could never get any pieces off any enemies because they blow up like a freaking atom bomb every single time. Ground zero is, you know, of course, where you actually want the stuff to fall. So, yeah, it was a bit crazy. And it took a little while for them to get that under control and put it down where you might actually want to be able to pick the pieces up, but still have that explosion that they're hoping for. And you can see sometimes the explosions are different colors. That will tell you what you destroyed. If you destroyed something like a battery pack for, the GSO, that will have a different color on it than the fuel tanks. The fuel tanks will have, I think it's red, and the battery packs are green, or it might be vice versa, one or the other. But yeah, once you learn what the colors are, you can see what you lost on that one, or what maybe the enemy had when you were going over it. So it's kind of a cool little technique, and it definitely throws in this characteristic where you really get the satisfaction of destroying an enemy and just watching him blow up into pieces and take like 90% of his bot with him, as long as you're not trying to get it. At the very beginning, where you're trying to get all these pieces, it gets really hard. Now, one thing that I did notice on the last playthrough that we did was there was bases everywhere. When they first started the game, finding base pieces was incredibly hard, and they said there was like 10 of them on the map, and you could never find any of those 10, and it was just hard to get it going. They since have tried to rectify that by making it where bases will spawn on the map as well. I haven't seen any bases spawning on this map. It could be because we have not done the tutorial or the quest logs to get to that point in the mission, and therefore they're just not spawning yet. But yeah, that was one of the things that kind of bogged down the last playthrough that we had. I guess going out too far again, that it doesn't like going out this way, so let's head back in. You know what, we're gonna head over to where it's telling us to go on the map. Even though it's saying it doesn't like this area, this is the direction it wants us to go to get back to our base, so we're gonna have to go this direction regardless. In the end, you can see right up there at the very top, that is the direction we need to head. So we're just gonna have to deal with the game kind of freaking out until we get back over there. But we're basically been doing a giant circle around where we started, and that's usually what you want to do. The biome directly around where you're at, within an average radius, is usually where you'll find a lot of the pieces that are on those little pedestals that we've been getting. So if you don't really want to go out, an hour and a half in one direction, you don't have to. Like you can get away with not doing that. And in fact, you'll probably find more pieces by not going out that far. But occasionally, if you've gone out several times going exploring and you're not finding the pieces you're looking for, one of the techniques is to go out a little bit further and see if you can find it out there. Another better technique is to make an airplane. If you can handle, oh wow, geez, we definitely got some air on that one. If you can handle the airplane, if you can get used to the controls and get used to the design, because the airplanes in this game are completely and totally different than any of the ooh, yes, what do we got here? Ah, we lost it. We lost that. Oh, okay, so we got the cab for the Venture, which is kind of unique. It's kind of cool. Look at that. When you put it down, it unfolds into this little thing right there. Yeah, we're going to leave that there, I guess, for now. It is another bot that is technically ours now that we put it down, but it's probably won't survive out here too long. An enemy is going to spawn around it, and it's going to get destroyed pretty quickly. Let's make sure we are not going to lose any of our pieces, because like I said, we're taking some damage from going over these hills at the speed we're going. Or we could just wait for the sun to come up, because I could want to destroy that guy over there. Would be kind of cool. See if he has anything different. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I'll wait until the sun does come up. I'll charge up, and then we'll start the episode there. We'll take that guy out and continue on our journey back to our base. Now, when we get back to our base, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to start doing some of these quests, some of these mission logs that they want us to do. The trading station, the rugged wheels, things of that sort, and get those done with. And once we get that done with, we're going to go down and try to create a little mini base. We're going to, not go anywhere to the extent that we went last time, where it was this huge base that we were experimenting with. Now that I know how it works, I can do a very small, very compact base that does the needs that I'm going to be doing on this one. More so, after we're done with that, we're going to start going and creating some more bots. And they're not all going to be venture bots. Some of them will be GSO. Probably not going to mess anywhere close to the geocore ones, because the geocore ones are just too big. You're not going to be able to create a small bot with geocore. Even that right there, which is like 4 blocks, is too big. I mean, that's a huge bot because the blocks themselves are just giant. So we're going to be sticking with the smaller blocks, and a lot smaller than this, I think. Maybe 4 long at max right there is where we're going to cut it off. And I guess it's probably about this wide. You really can't, like I said, go any skinnier than this with these wheels. If I go with the smaller wheels, maybe we'll do that as well, just to try that out and see if that works any better than this design right here. But I do want to throw some more boosters on there now that we have access to those. I'm going to have boosters all over one of these and just see the top speed we can get. But as always, guys, I'm AC Gamer, and we will definitely catch you all next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.